Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bosnia. This long-running, well, feels like it, but we're getting there now because the path towards a free, independent Christian nation of Bosnia is coming soon because we believe this is the time, but we don't want to rush it because we want to make final preparations before we would declare our independence from Croatia to form the Kingdom of Bosnia, as the Tezalović dynasty has reached its level of splendor to reputable. All it needs now is a lot of money and prestige to create the said title. We have all the requirements. Now we just have to be independent from Croatia, which there could be two ways to become independent. You either have an ultimatum to give us independence without bloodshed, or will there be war? Because we are prepared for war. But there are some other places next to us that we may possibly expand upon. One, I have a claimant in one of these areas within Croatia, and the other is, well, further east towards Bulgaria, which is, rather weakened these days. And that could potentially start it's a restart of the long-running Bosnian-Bulgarian wars. Anyways, as you can see in the middle, that's the Duchess or Ban of Bosnia, and may possibly become the first Queen of Bosnia, which is Jelena. She was originally of diplomacy education, but as you can see her don in Byzantine armor, she's practically been training for warfare, as she's a strategist now. And she will pick up a few more military perks along the way, even during the possible independence war against Croatia. And this is her son, Nikola, who is going to have a martial education. He's having an educational martial now, just not yet turned 16. But, as you can see the way he's dressed, he's ill right now, but he'll get better soon. And he may possibly be the first king of Bosnia as well. Because the elective monarchy says that we will be electing him for once a male heir and not the female heir, as Jelena is the third female ruler of Bosnia. That's only because we chose based on qualifications or politically significant people here. Much like how Stana in the past has a stewardship education, is all about the money, then got into intrigue. And then Natasha was way more into intrigue and did a lot of scheming and planning the siege to spread the Tezalović dynasty all over the Balkan region, even as far away as Phrygia, which is beyond anyone's guess of the reasons why. Basically, it's just whoever's closest to being heir, who's second in line, who's third in line, and all that. But that's all in the past now. Stana and Natasha ruled Bosnia through fear, intimidation, and intrigue. But now, we have Jelena, who knows a little bit of diplomacy, but doesn't have any perks that relates to being a diplomat. But she's more of a family woman a little. She likes to make friends and grooms children like Nikola, the heir, groom to rule. And then she became a strategist. It was a way of preparing for war, as the Snaga of Bosnia, the Bosnian forces, have a solid reputation as a fighting force, as we were able to repel sometimes, but at times we don't get a lot of victories. Most of them were defeats and retreats as ordered. So we had a damaged reputation in the Bosnian army, but we will have it rebuilt. We've been acquiring knights, most of which are of a Bosnian origin, and a few Greeks, I recall, that came here as well, some under us. And speaking of Greeks, sooner or later I'm going to stop wearing this classic golden wreath, which we often put that on rulers who are low tier, and we want to have a Greek style throwback and that sort of thing. So we'll soon wear a grander golden wreath as of, making Jelena the mother or founder of the Kingdom of Bosnia. So now it is at the beginning of January 1054. Ruler Duchess Jelena of the Duchy of Bosnia. So let us go. It is the year of the Great Schism. But something else is going to be occurring during the 1050s and into 60s as well. We wasted enough time here. We can declare one war, because right next door, our Count Radagos claim, just to make it feel better, Knin, which is something that the Dalmatians had wanted for a long time. Which, by the way, the Dalmatians are ruled by this house, which is a cadet branch of the Tezalović. These are the Hellenized Bosnians, as they've given their children Greek names. But they are descendants of Bosnians, which does not matter to me as long as it's within the dynasty. Now, anyways, we do have the money to finance such a war, and we make more money now thanks to the March contract that we changed to Croatia, which means that we pay less money for army gold maintenance. Levy size, garrison size has increased, as well as the reinforcement rate. And we have more advantage to defend. But again, all this will go away once Bosnia becomes independent. And we mentioned that she's a strategist now, but we'll remain on the strategy focus. No need to go to chivalry, because a bit too old to have a traction opinion. A little more advantage would be nice, but I'll keep it at strategy so we can get stalwarts leader, chivalric dominance, never back down in Kingsguard. So no need to go independent yet, as I'm still the Marshal of Croatia. You could say most of my military education was due to the fact that I'm a marshal, in addition to being intelligent. She learned the best from the Croatian military, one would think, or such. So we'll soon go to war for Knin soon. If only we had, what is this, Spalathos as well. But we would have to join Byzantium for that. I mean, slip of the tongue there. Look, I had a possibility of thinking. You aren't thinking it right now. Damn it, Lord Master. Your words are off today. You're just so excited about the path towards independence. Look, Croatia ain't what it used to be. It used to be big, holding Bavaria and Great Moravia and Bohemia and Serbia, but now all that is lost. It's been reduced to size, and with Bosnia, imagine us as an independent nation, it would look like that in the eyes of the world. There, I had it backwards. Anyways, so Croatia has been on a decline as of late, and this would be a perfect time for us to leave Croatia and form our own kingdom. But I did some thinking, because, if we become independent and we stay independent for long as a Krstjani faith, the Orthodox and Catholic churches are not going to look at us highly. And I've always wanted Ragusa. And we can get Ragusa easily, which I thought, okay, how about this? And there's this other possible major goal that I may do, and that is to unite the South Slavs to have the entire region of South Slavia, which means primary task to be at least Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Wallachia, or Moldavia. As you can see the white outline here. Bosnia will be added too when we become independent. But the easiest way to expand on all of these, as we are a small, militarily strong but weak economically nation, is to expand by any other means. But in Byzantine-held areas, not happening. So I believe the best way to this end is possibly we should join the Byzantine Empire as the Kingdom of Bosnia. And then we can expand upon Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Moldavia, and Wallachia as well, all these areas. And then break away from the Byzantine Empire and form our own Bosnian Empire. I don't know. It's just an idea. I don't know if I'm really going to go with that. Other than I'd just rather be an independent nation. But still. I know we do not have a casus belli on the Countess, who is an Adamite. Yes, an honest-to-goodness Adamite. Top Legion's favorite is Catholic, but this is an independent Adamite nation. And of course, from our view, we consider them righteous, but they consider us hostile. And by the way, due to the Krstjani faith, we can't declare holy wars against heretics, because we view them as such because of pastoral isolation. There's no such thing as holy wars in our faith, which sounds rather kind. And I even had a thought recently about why don't we create a new Christian faith which should be separated from this. But like if I were just to change one, for example, like asceticism, just an example, converting everybody would be very hard, as not only needs a lot of piety, but you also got to have profit if you're really going to be doing that, if you want to cut this by half. So imagine a separate Krstjani church within Bosnia, where we'd have to root out this system. And the reason for that is, as we've mentioned before, pastoral isolation. Here's your flaw: development growth. And look at the development outside of Bosnia. They're better. All of it. Which kind of makes us feel a little jealous. But to be fair, this is a mostly mountainous country anyway. And since we're going to Knin soon, which has higher development, and might as well subsequently introduce Bosnian and Krstjani there too. But fighting against Romania, that's who we're up against to fight for this. And the strength is similar because they have a friend nearby. Yeah, they're definitely good. Whereas we have no allies. He's got the money to hire mercenaries, possibly. And as for that friend of his, damn. And also veteran Crusader. So perhaps we'll think about it. As we don't often, well, the children at that age where we should start looking for allies. I mean, there's them up north, easily. I know we've been at odds in the past, but I think it's about that time. Of course. Just have at least one ally with you. So, that's why I've been having at odds about thinking, it's like, should we really stay independent as a Krstjani nation? Or should we just become independent, then join Byzantine Empire? And also, should we really create a separate Krstjani church? A separate Bosnian church? Which is just to get rid of one tenant. I'm fine with everything else. And, again, we'll go look at that again. Again, we're using a system exam, not final. And yet we have no head of faith. And we would like to have a spiritual, religious head. you know, to somebody gotta represent the churches. But of course, the Old Faithful continue to be as righteous regardless. They're just gonna be cool with forming a separate Bosnian Church. As I said, I'm fine with everything else. But not this tenet, not final. Everybody would be willing to convert, but that's the problem. The more people who are willing to convert, the more piety it costs. And you need a lot of piety, so it's not going to happen under her. At some point, whenever Bosnia gets a very pious ruler, and very diplomatic, and that's the only way to have it with an easy transition. Again, that's far in the future, so for now, the road of independence begins, but it begins with Knin. A separate Bosnian church will have to come at a far later time. Possibly into the next century, even. How much money you got, by the way? So yeah, you and what army? Now it's considered inferior. And also I do have something else in mind regarding the Krstjani faith, but wait for Bosnia to be independent. So, I mean, think of Knin, which only has 2 holdings. I mean, this will be an easy objective. Just take it and hold on to it. And then fend off anyone else that's involved. It's too bad we can't go up against the Adamites, since the Krstjani are too nice to declare holy wars against anybody, except if it's anyone that is not a Christian. Be it a Muslim, Jew, Zoroastrian, Buddhist, Hindu, anyone. Heck, duelists even. This one we consider them hostile. And our bishop is no good with that skill. And if he was to even fabricate a claim, well, there's going to be something screwy. And finally, before we declare this war, how old is my son? 13. He'll be well soon. His birthday's this December. In a couple of years' time, with that kind of prowess, he's going to be a knight. And I'm going to let him be a knight. So he can use that to maybe improve his skills along the way. Before he becomes the future King of Bosnia. Now, let's go to war. Dressed for war, I see. These are his realms, so I guess we'll have to take that too. Doesn't cost much prestige. But do bring an ally with you for once. And we can call House Member Duke Vukat a Spoleto, hey! And it don't cost you nothing. How much forces you got? You are attacking for a county. Okay. So we'll still be bringing our ally in. Yeah, let him educate you before she goes to govern Phrygia. Really, no one's got good stewardship? Really, call Dynasty member to the war, but he will not accept this because he's already at war. Oh, it actually costs renown to call Dynasty members. I didn't know that. There's no reason to do that, but it's nice to know that Dalmatia can answer my call. And I will be leading the troops. I have the best commander advantage due to the martial skill. Head to Knin, and we'll get together. It's the first time that we are actually expanding outside of Bosnia. That isn't Serbian land, as we used to expand there. Would make a good husband for... No, he would be a bad husband. Look at him, he's a terrible person. He's a murdering varmint. I ain't gonna bring him in. So our knights are good. But we cannot invite the next couple until 2 years' time. Hold the kingdom or empire. Devoted servant. I'll be sure to go to the pilgrimage in the future, as I am commanding an army. Sometimes I wish I would fight against these Adamite goofs. That would mean more piety for killing them. But the Krstjani faith does not believe in holy wars. Unless it's against anyone that is non-Christian. But you'll be hard-pressed to find them around here. Now look, we still barely make the amount of money. Okay, we've gotten better. My son and heir Nikola has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, he's been repeating the warrior's words itself. Greatness comes in time, be there to grasp it when it does. Patient is actually good. Or perhaps diligent. I don't know. He doesn't have the intelligence like I do, but he's got the strength. But he'll be more prone to stress if I give him diligent. And is diligent considered a virtue in our faith? No. And generous isn't good because you know how our economy is. But patient means a little more learning, and vassals will like it more, which is something that Bosnia needs, you know, a bunch of vassals that respect. But he can be arrogant, but wouldn't that cancel out scheme secrecy versus scheme resistance? So, don't know. And, you know, with him being homosexual, I think it would be better just to be patient. Diligent and keep it secret if he's ever had a lover in court. That would probably mess with him. So, I suggest you be patient. But he will be the knight in the future. A fighting prince. Across the move. Old age. Here's the new Slovak King of Croatia. And Serbia, don't forget he has that title too. We got the objective now. Get them out of our land. Our mountains, our buildings. Get them out of Bihać. We're on a run. Our allies coming with us. Time to restore the reputation of the Bosnian Army, along with help of our allies. 1 sec. Knight's been wounded. Advance. We got the man. Misguided warrior. Open terrain expert. Don't know about recruiting him. Anyways. You have to take this part too. Like to remain martial. Natasha seems to enjoy our latest feast immensely. She got along quite well with everyone she spoke to, even the adult guests. Well, figuring that you're, a bad girl, so... But you're going for stewardship. Again, you're not likely to be a member. You're not likely to be ruling Bosnia. But I saw how you looked at that servant, Natasha. She's a bold blackguard, they describe her. She's a heterosexual. Development reduced because of occupation. Even though it's going to go to him. Radogos Shahanic. Yeah, he's a Bosnian of a Persian descent. Who hails from all the way from Khorasan. No, sir. One more victory shall do. That'll keep him away. See if we can capture the Duke. There, we got you, Knin. Let me see. Oh yeah, you lowered my taxes once, so I'm gonna have that up. You may not like that, but you're happy with me anyhow. So one tiny bit of Bosnian expansion. But the development ain't gonna go up anytime soon. It won't take long to introduce the Bosnian culture. Well, it'll take 5 years. But conversion is gonna take much longer. 7 years. Can we just remove this man? Because I want to kill this bishop so we can replace with hopefully a better one. I don't usually do that because that'd be just a waste of time and money, but we need someone better. Of course. Soulmate. Best friend. I mean, at least start the process of it. I mean, it'll make little progress until we get a new bishop. But the control, that's at his discretion. And since I have a lot of money, I know where I'm going. To Jerusalem. I would have gone to here, but no. The longer distance you go, the more piety you will get. Been to Rome, now going to Jerusalem. Because we would like to have a holy order for an independent Bosnia. Got a claim on Spalatos. As though it would be considered superior to take them on. If you wanted, if I wanted this area. See? It does no matter. I could have sworn this was supposed to be the path onward. None of my companions or I have managed to find our way back to the pilgrimage route. Are we even looking at the right stars at night? Feels like I've been wasting weeks. Must find a guide, no matter the cost. Oh yeah, since we're building this city of Dubois, I think that'll be the future headquarters for the Bosnian Krstjani Holy Order. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Some have gone as far as they can before the need to return home overtakes them. Others may have a less fortunate ends. The most worrying the fact that my group of personal guard is thinning at an alarming rate. The fact alone shows what a treacherous journey this could be. All I need is the protection of God. So, level of devotion will be up for diplomacy and intrigue down, but more monthly piety for 10 years. More diplomatic, but now I'm going to be a bit vulnerable. Not if Gnostic has something to say about it, since she did a good job at warning me about the plots that are coming after me. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. No city in the world has a history quite like Jerusalem. In addition to many other holy sites there, the city contains the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, built over the combined places where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected. Standing outside the Temple Mount, with my hand on the western wall, I find myself reflecting on everything that happened on my journey to the city of legend. I have walked the holy path. And I hope one day to be a devoted servant, which is another requirement to form a holy order for the Krstjani faith. It's good to be home. The ghosty and the jetty. So in the future, for the new city of Dubois, will be the headquarters of the Krstjani Holy Order, to protect Bosnia from malefactors, be it duelists or those that view us as hostile. And that's partly the reason why I said joining the Byzantine Empire would be a possibility for me. So I could just get Ragusa and get that +1 diplomacy, and in addition build a second Krstjani cathedral there for more renown gain. Looking forward to this, as I'm an eager reveler, novice hunter. What right does Adriana has to claim that my ideas of warfare are misguided, claiming that my ideas would break down the moment combat is meant? What does she know really? Love can change the settle us on the battlefield. one plate of food is placed by the next, my friend Milica goes on about court politics. Is that how it solves a mess? Sure you're not boring you, my lady? Farewell, my friend. Now I am a famous reveler. Jelena is the life of every gathering, attracting both debauchery and glamour. The age of knowing. My son and heir hovers in limbo between childhood and adulthood. I taught him enough to understand the truth. He's still young enough to have an open mind. If I want to induct him in the service of the Horn God, it is now or never. Ah yes, of course, the Horn God. Also, gonna remove you as a guardian, as you will be finishing your education, and hopefully get a good, get a good one from Katarina. She knows a thing about Marshall. I mean, she's still here, and one day she's gonna govern Phrygia. He deserves to know his power. He's convinced. And Natasha, you too. He's convinced. It is not what Gnostic was expected to find by spying on secret conversations, but discovering the truth about Hypatia's origins does not hurt. Yes, Hypatia Tezalović, who is a bastard child of Vitacha, my rival. Married to some Croat. Yeah, I think we knew that for a while. Stalwart leader. Prowess up. Again, I need that High Marshal for the advantage. And the King of Croatia himself has a much higher advantage than me, and he's a strategist. Yeah, if we were trying to, come up with a faction for an independence faction, I mean, we have the power for that, but we can just declare it outright. You just need to raise a lot of money, as well as getting a few more additional knights. My agents have scheduled a journey for Duchess. That will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is a band of thugs that will tragically slay them on the highway where I'll be gone wrong. I can already imagine blood seeping into the dark soil. The woods can be such a dangerous place. Alrighty. He's dead. Ninoslav, are you any good? Much better. Sadistic, deceitful, and arrogant. Treacherous villain. Bit of a bad guy, but God, what I would do to, get a hook on you and get that money. Well, and as for you, oh yeah, he's damaged goods. Think. Torture for the sake of torturing? I mean, what do you need that for? Now it'll take 4 years to convert the Knin to Krstjani. At the same time, we've introduced the Bosnian culture there. till November. In 9 years. And we'll soon get higher crown authority. But please remember, we're a bit far behind towards High Medieval, as High Medieval era is starting to begin, because it's past 1050. Anyways, I'd like to petition you in your wisdom to consider my claim for the County of Travunia. It is not right that Count Milutin should sit safely as the usurper in his castle, mocking my dynasty's birthright. Please, my lady, support your loyal vassal by taking up arms if they will not recognize my claim willingly. When the time is right, I will act only if I've seen any gain in it. Don't you know that's held by Byzantium? And, Rashka? Is that independent? Yes. A Serbian... Must have been a Serbian populist revolt, and, they did it. And I recall there used to be a Tezalović that used to govern. But I believe they're extinct. We used to have a Tezalović there, but that's gone now. I would love to have a whole claim there. Unless Croatia were to take it, because they have the kingdom title of Serbia. But at least it weakens Bulgaria, where it'll be much easier to expand up there, too, if we ever had claims there. But it's good to know that Rashka exists. That's why I stopped. Let's get a few more knights while we can. I'll be there. Teshimir Santic, you are a legendary blade master at 35. Welcome, welcome. Coming. I'm a famous reveler. The twins have come of age. With suspicious tutelage that even a child has displayed natural inclination towards administration, such as Natasha, can come truly understand it. Not content with understanding the flow of wealth and people, she seems capable of predicting it. As a by instinct, she always finds new ways of profiting off too. Duke Landpart's contribution towards Natasha's education cannot go unmentioned. His guidance helped the child to reach further than I could have alone. Midas touched. Despite the base and bad traits, but it'll do. Now, Nikola. He has shown a great aptitude in both battle tactics and management of armies. He'll make a fine commander one day, I am sure. And then, of course, Duke Landpart's contribution towards education cannot go unmentioned. As well as has given Nikola valuable knowledge for his future life. Skilled tactician, but reckless. Alrighty. A reckless commander in the future. And with that, they describe him as an adventurer. Definitely sounds like him. He may not have the intelligence, but I think he has what it takes to be a fellow knight of the Bosnian Army. To join the army. Even though there's a lot of good ones out there, but I will force him in. Put on your armor. And then see if we can improve the knight, like Nikola, to improve his martial prowess, and hope he doesn't get killed in battle, because he's brave, which increases the likelihood of dying. Hence the reason he's an arrogant, patient adventurer. And we know Natasha's never going to take the throne based on what we're voting for, so to continue the spread of the... maybe we get some strong, handsome children for once. Just to continue to increase the living members of the Tezalović dynasty. As we have 4 dukes now. Dalmatia, Spoleto. Where else? What are we missing? Oh, what the hell? There's supposed to be a Tezalović. There was, but got married and then... Well, shoot, we're not gonna get ducal either. Oh well. And of course, don't forget that one. So it's 3. Me included. So yes, I forced my son to be a knight, so he could possibly be improved upon by a marshal. Which, by the way, well, no, not high enough. You're the best marshal around, unfortunately. Just hope my son doesn't get killed in a future independence war. Another legendary blade master. I could go for a hunt, since I'm often get invited at feasts. Bounding through the hills, I'm getting on the flighty heart. I've been chased for hours. Just after prepared to strike, I hear my vassal Ressa cry out in pain. She's fallen down, clutching her leg. I'll tend to her. Although I would have taken the prestige, but it'll go up in time, like that. Last night, Bosnia. Not as good as a fighter, but unyielding defender. Significantly improved this night. Okay, good, but I would prefer you improve my son's martial. I can even make him a novice blade master, then it'll go up over time. So it makes it less likely for him to get killed. He's ailing. And the next one, well, a drunk. Well, to be fair, they have a seniority succession. Yes, house seniority. More opportunity for a war? Oh, it says a holy war. A holy war, you say? Against the duelist. That means more piety. Yeah, I'll go. I'll be there. And I kind of want to do a feast, too. Oh, this is a big holy war. Finally, somebody to kill. Huh. Because, you know, we need that piety for the devoted servant. Okay, we'll be there, but... take over temporarily. I'm gonna go on a feast. Guess I've done a great job, haven't I? I've hired more. We could all tell that Natasha had too much to drink, even though she insisted on how sober she was. Simply rising to her seat proved too much for her. Now I'm covered in stinking vomit. Ah, sure you put on. I'm just trying to laugh it off. My lady, the wine we cracked open the barrel, it's bad. It's all gone now. The beast still raging without the drinking mood is sure they're doing at a cruel pace. Time to crack open my secret stores. Famous reveler. We fought thirst for 10 years. Till next time. Now it's time for me to lead troops to battle. Come with me, son, as you are one of the fellow knights of Bosnia. So the Bosnian Army will intervene in the fight against these Priscillianists. The silly dualist faith of theirs, which makes them outright strange despite their Christian syncretism. But we consider them as hostile. Heading to Osterholm, which that is another holy site for the Krstjani faith, for popular opinion, which I think that's underwhelming to us. Heading for the fort. Damn, they're moving fast! See ya. No? But anyway, slow down. But chances are even, so... This little river. This strange terrain. Even in it, still even. Oh! This way's plain, so hang on. This man will have a strong hook on me, but he's a mayor. He's not going to do much with that. And plus, he's just some old... Well, he's going to be around for a while, but he knows I'm a witch somehow. Okay, you got me. Whatever... I mean, you're not going to change anything. You're just a mayor. Go. Chances still even. And there's that damn river crossing again. Don't want to fight on their terms. We'll probably lose. I'll go the other way around. Defending a major river crossing. We're trying not to give them a favorable terrain. Because this is where they shall fight, and this is the quickest path we can take. Damn it! They're at a disadvantage this way, so... Should we really join? Because if I join that battle, we're still going to be at a disadvantage compared to this man. Enemy defensive advantage. We got archers. Should do effective at course. They got all of this. Well, actually... He has a disadvantage. We do. So screw it, we'll join in. You know what? Our Bosnian Knights are fighting well. By Bosnian, like Bosnian Greek. Oh, man. Bosnian, Bosnian, Greek. And of course, who could forget my son that I forced him in, but it's for him to get experience. As long as he doesn't get killed in battle. Oh yeah, we've earned some of that. Keep chasing the enemy, wherever they may go. They may go all the way over there. Be willing to chase them all the way over there. Chivalric dominance. Our knights will be fighting more effectively. Thrifty clerk for Petra. We'll probably win. They have more men-at-arms counter. We shall see about that. Now it's Bosnia's turn. See what our knights can do against 11 of their champions. Radogast, our very best knight of Bosnia. Needs more piety and prestige for us. Oh, I forgot to touch him. He's the very best. It's part of their territory. Even though they have not taken their objective yet. What's their capital like, defense-wise? But the supply limit's very good. Perhaps we should go for it this way. No reason to be here anymore. Just take the damn capital. But the objective is Rob, over here. It's where the real objective lies. So, head to them. For Bosnia. Once again, shows us how we're capable of. Let's beat him up one more time. Shall fight them here. Now, come on, let's go take the damn objective. We've beat him enough. Yeah, but where's Nikola? Where's his improvement? As it remains. In fact, for once, just spend the next few years on chivalry focus. For advantage reasons. Even though we would lose a little bit of martial over time. No country for old men. It's gonna go to a Cornish king. This man has no heirs. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results yet. I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to the land pet when he interrupts me. Let me do something about it, wife. Feel less it's may sharpen their wits. Don't call me wife. Perhaps you give advice for my spy master Nasty. She'll feel a little insulted, but you're my best friend and soulmate, so don't worry about it. She's very effective at her job. By the way, turn. High Crown Authority. Take him out. Wondering. Captured son and heir. That is a victory right here. This intervention was a success. A resounding success. Oh, we captured 4 of them. Oh, accident. Sorry. I didn't realize he was the heir. I mean, I knew he was. It's just, anyways, let's just get resupposed. Yeah, war continues, but... No, sorry, I got greedy. Because, you know, we need the money for the prolonged independence war. But it seems we can afford it. Damn it, look it up. This one. Needed the money. He was their commander. Now let's go take the capital. Now that we have the objective, but this one's going to take a bit of an attrition. We have introduced Krstjani here, but very soon Bosnian culture will be introduced there as well. Okay, hang on. Station besiegers. We're going in after them. We're leaving some good fighters behind. We'll be back with the siege in just a moment. Just using our armored footmen against them. Okay, we're coming back. We're missing a knight. Died in a hunting accident. You improved, friend. We should have this one. If not, then this should good. Take this damn area. And don't we have a siege master around here? No. Aspiring blade master. Well, why can't we wish the same for my son? There, now it's officially a victory. Let's get out of here. We fight them a bit. Our knight's been wounded. And our other knight, wounded theirs. Teshemir killed the Baron. sure you'll pay. Oh, just a favor, okay. Very happy that we got this amount of prestige. So for now, the army is going to be, you know, regaining its strength. And then we have the money to finance such a war. Didn't know the Adamites of Vukovar were involved. I can see that of their naked portraits. Anyone else? That's it? Well, it's good that we have this experience. But do not forget the real objective. And this will happen in this very episode. I am not ending this episode until Bosnia is free. Caesar's triumph. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amused to learn about Julius Caesar's exploits during his conquest of Gaul. During his siege of Alesia, Caesar determined that direct assault on a well-fortified city would be too costly. Instead, he ordered his army to build his own fortress, which surrounded the entire city, trapping the enemy garrison inside the star while simultaneously preventing reinforcements from relieving the defenders. Well, based on our experience from the intervention up there, and old age is starting to catch up to me, but I'm still very handy with a weapon. Let's see. There is a lack of, siege engineers, so I may take that. Or become an unyielding defender. Which, by the way, aggressive attacker, which the enemy will take a lot of casualties, but we can also have unyielding defender where the friendlies, us, will take less casualties. Or be reckless like Nikola. Knowing that this would be a fight for freedom and knowing every man would be out there fighting for his country. So I think I should go for unyielding defender. Siege is just... it's useful, but I would prefer to be of that. Anyways, the maladies could change, just be wary. The court physician holds me back. The diseased body of a commoner, skinned by rashes and bumps, rests upon the table. Anyone comes in contact with the corpse risks infection. I was planning on an outing that would take me close to Prozor, the holding of my vassal, Mayor Mihailo. Yeah, the one who's got a favor on me. Launch it towards Prozor. Screw that man. Ninoslav. And Katerina, soon to be Katerina of Phrygia, representing Bosnia. Man. Combination of both, and there you got it. Priyazda of Phrygia. That's what he'll be in the future. Yeah, I could go for a peace because I need to get rid of this stress. It's starting to catch up to me. And it looks like we have enough levies to oh, by the way, that city in Dubois is complete, right? The future headquarters of a Krstjani holy order for independent Bosnia. I'll definitely be exalted among men by then. Never back down. Even less friendly fatal casualties, and +5 advantage. And soon we'll be bringing in more knights to fight for the Bosnian Army. In fact, I'm going to give it 2 years. 1063 will be the year. That's when we will declare. Just to bring all the knights to battle. Culture has discovered royal prerogative, which we can increase the crown authority. In a sense, most vassals like me anyhow. Having a high crown authority, vassals will like me less, but they'll give me more levies and taxes. Rulers can change between all available succession laws. Cannot wage war against other vassals unless they use a hook on the liege. Vassal titles cannot be inherited outside the realm. All vassals who refuse title revocation or vassal tax are considered criminals. There you have it. And it's not going to be until 20 years, which I doubt I'll be around at that time, to have absolute crown authority, where you can designate your heir, which makes elective unnecessary. So in 2 years' time, we will go to war, finally. Once I pick up King's Guards, that would be the best time to start an independence war. You decide to become my Chancellor and you're... Oh dear. May old age come get to you. But he's feeling fine. Eek. He's gonna be around for a while. Any more money is good money. Again, we have enough money to finance a prolonged war based on our experience. 1063. 1063. Plus the income is good anyhow. Those throws become rather important to me, so you do build up, but that's till 65, I mean. So let's raise the money to 1,000 gold that we should make by then. And thanks to the High Crown Authority, more taxes will come to here. I mean, I'm starting to get old, but the promise ain't going to deteriorate that much to me. If only the Marshal would continue to improve his military training. Beneventian War for Bodrina. That means Byzantine Empire is expanding this way. Got a claim on Ragusa. I've always wanted to have a claim on Ragusa, but that would be impossible. And I'll be there. Love going to feasts. Look, superior, and brought 2 allies, so no matter what. Ah, what kind of meat is this? So rich in flavor. Oh, what are these vegetables? Almost sweet. Oh, and these wonderful little desserts. This feast is some of the best food I ever tasted. Delightful. Life reaffirmed. Good. Farewell, my friend. Stress is nearly all gone. But it'll be all gone by then once I go hunt and feast for this year. Yeah, a pre-war feast. Nikola Tezalović increased his marshal. There you go. That's the reason why he's my knight. The youngest. Time to go hunting. Sound the horn. I hunt here in Donia Kraj. Noise from others faded away by the time the vessel married Uri. I stalked up on the fox. We're almost within striking distance when Uri whispers, now that we're finally by ourselves, there's something I'd let you know about Countess Katarina. No time for chit-chat. I'm getting that fox. Don't you know how close I am to becoming exalted among men? And there you have it. Exalted among men, which means more secular opinion, and increases the number of knights. So another knight will join the Bosnian Army. Texting. Anyways. Now we'll have one more feast by December, and then independence. So I guess we're bringing them as well. You'll never be forgotten, old friend. Here's my marshal. Ah, Ivanish. You're in. He's the heir to Pannonia. Get ready. Okay, here's time for the feast. Welcome, friends. Christmas Day. I have exposed Countess' friendship with Ivanish. What the hell? What the flying? What is the matter with you? Shame on you, son. That's why you're the marshal and not the heir to a free Bosnia. What a goody. Now I'm a legendary reveler. Food, drink, intoxication of both body and mind. Jelena denies herself nothing and is the nexus of every feast. Look at how much. I mean, it may not be much from the intrigue due to divine protection, as we needed that piety, which we got enough piety for to form a holy order for an independent Bosnia. He does have an ally, but once we break away, some of that levy power will go away from him. He's got cavalry, so gotta be careful with that. 8 months, we're about to have minorialism. Culture exposure from mangonels. So I'm thinking household soldiers to be the next, because I would like to have another regiment to strengthen the defense of Bosnia. Okay, 4 months. 4 months. Then declare it. At first I thought a simple footman, a fool, for stepping onto the training field. Though Sanko seemed no threat at first, it quickly became clear he would be unable to stop his wild, vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him became a matter of life and death. I try not to show my relief when the sword finally hit the ground. You any good? Yes. I could use more people like you, Sanko. Welcome to the Army. Army of Bosnia. Increased his prowess. Getting better and better. Alright, stop. King's Guard. Now we bring in 4 more knights. Now we have 13. So these are the knights that will be fighting for a free Bosnia. Desimir Santic, Radogos Radomovic, Alexios Gabrielopoulos, Josef Koneres, Krsten Koblic, Sanko Sankovic, Ostia Herzegovic, Gregor Sandalic, Nikola Jelena Tezalović, the heir to Bosnia, Mayor of Alexandros Tezalović, a Hellenized Tezalović member, Mayor Mate of Dubois, Ivanish, and that's it. So he's the worst one of all, and he's my marshal, so don't get killed. And especially you, Nikola. Don't get killed. But however, in this army, there are no sons here. Only Bosnians, if they were to tell me about children leading. Gee, claiming a title for myself and then bring this land into Bosnia? No. That'll be for later. Okay? Oh, one more thing before we declare war. Since we have a house of warriors, we could either go for popular opinion or vibrant court, which better guests will be attracted, or harmless ones. I mean, we got a good amount of children, so what would be good? Likely gonna save it up on this. So let's save that. Alright. Shaking my head at the fact that the Adamites are still around and getting away with it. We will not form a faction against him, because it would be time consuming, and I believe the time is right. But however, I will pick up one more perk, or just go all the way to Gallant, even though I would be too old for this, but I'm feeling fine. And go for the diplomacy route, which is my education. And just go for all of these, for a free country. But now it is time. They're ready, and so do all of us. Except for that bastard, but still. It's the best that Bosnia has to offer. Well, one more check on the prisoners. Those people we captured. Like any potential knights? Oh dear. Well, definitely not this man. Because, you know, we could use someone like you. Because, you know, we have a low-level knight and we need someone to, you know, get up there a bit, so. We got one more to bring. There we go. Polish Krstjani knight. Just to get rid of that low-level person. So, there you have it. Because I don't want my marshal get killed. So, no. Rome will lose land when vassal inherits foreign title. Vukovic. Tezalović. Can lawfully imprison because attempted elopement. Again, we'll do something about all this, alright? It's time to declare our war of independence against Croatia. And where is this ally of yours? Not far from here. So, we will become independent. That is the goal here. we all gather here. Look at the advantage now compared to everybody else. But the final strength in actuality, really, 8,000? Are you sure about this? Like, did we really have that much strength for an independent country? Yes. I mean, to be fair, we provide Croatia some of the levies, but now these levies come to serve Bosnia. And what do they have? Little. So you could say even the Bosnian levies that used to serve under Croatia no longer serve them. They serve us now. To Zagreb. All the way. Concerned for my current war, my friend Vitomir, paid out his own treasury to aid my efforts. Couldn't be more thankful. Thank you to provide the wealth for the war effort. King Stanislav is leading, and the decisive battle will be fought here in Bosanska Krajina. Or he's going to Krupa. If we capture the king, we win our independence. If not, we'll fight the decisive battle here, then head to Zagreb. Again, they take more fatal casualties, we take less fatal casualties. This is what I want for next. Need another regiment. Captured Simon, the knight of Captain Rado of Black Band. He would be a fine commander if I wasn't present. So I'll recruit you. Damn it, no. I mean, he likes me well enough, so come on in. Need talent. Head to Zagreb. Their defenses are weak. They never really invested in that. Should take 2 months. No need to call him that ally. Became a base. There is an event that says you could lose weight at these decisions, but then again, this is what I get for going into too many feasts. Just loves the food a little bit too much, but nonetheless. That could mean Nikola will be leading Bosnia sooner rather than later. But we'll just have to fight for independence first. Going to cause a significant jump in the war score. Too bad the man's got no heirs. We captured some Greek guests, which not interested. Took the capital, so they're going up this way soon. And we shall meet them. They're probably likely going to Knin. And has brought an ally with them. from Bulgaria. They're just knights. With a few levies. They're trying to gather up. Attacker controls war target. As in, Bosnia. Let's put a stop to them. The static peasantry. The peasants in the County of Knin are in good mood. Harvest bountiful, roads safe in the village, elders telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune and sent a delegation carrying gifts. Just take the money, don't do any tyranny. As it was not enough that she embraces the worst vices of humanity, Duchess now insulted me to my face. She called me abhorrent Duchess, yelling in front of everyone. This cannot stand. I will make sure she pays for it. Just you wait, Duchess. If only we had to kill you. Well, guess what? You know, we know your secret. Well, I got an idea. Know the child's heritage. Is that a patrol merchant or partners employed by the liege? Or should we just drop this rivalry? Is that possible? Where all this she said to me? Oh, then again, she's dying out. So do not worry. And plus, I'm leading an army, so I can't do any of those events. Let's kill their ally before they get together. The Count himself. Nikola got his first man. Aspiring blade master for your actions. There you have it. You're not going to get killed tonight after all. Captured Dragshan, son and heir, which doesn't mean anything, but I'm sure he'll pay handsomely. They're likely going to go to Zagreb. Get it together now. Sister died of obesity. It's that reveling lifestyle. I'm sure it could come to me too. But let's try to win this war. There's the king himself. See if we can capture him. Count Gregor's been named. We've won, and we captured Krstjani. He's not any good. No interest of him. But nonetheless, the most important thing here. Bosnia is now independent on the 25th of May, 1064 AD. To the brash bond Jelena, may wisdom ever elude you. You are much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put this into the bloodshed, I will comply your demands. So be it. As Bosnia is now an independent state, the mountains and forests of central Bosnia fit seamlessly between the lords from the north and south, perhaps not much longer. we do have the Knights of Bosnia and Zahumia. And we have all the requirements that we've worked so hard for nearly 200 years since the beginning of this playthrough. So, the Lady of all Bosnia. Mountainous Bosnia has for centuries been tossed between every warring power in the Balkans. Fellow Slavs from the north and south, the Carpathian horse lords of the moment, emperors from Bulgaria or Constantinople, even the merchant princes of the Adriatic. From today, no more. With my coordination, Bosnia is the kingdom of all its own. Strength and glory await. Fame, piety, or just look stressed. What do you want to give thanks to? I mean, knowing her, that's brave, calm, and impatient. I think she would say, my legacy shall be remembered for centuries. That jumps up the fame a little bit. But now, there can never be too many warriors dedicated to defending the true faith. I will honor God by giving those who would serve home and arms. There will be a Krstjani holy order to defend Bosnia. And Dubois will be its headquarters, this city that we just built recently. And that's 500 gold with 1,000 piety. Grandmaster Ivanish founded the Knights of the Jelena. Vindictive Zealot. First of its kind. And with that, we accomplished our goal here. And of course, as the reigning monarch of a kingdom title, I get to hold one more landed domain, which, well, there's somebody around here that I have issues with. Oh, and by the way, the proper Bosnian flag that you could see there, coat of arms and whatnot. Golden lilies, slightly Nirani. So there you go. There's Bosnia. With a little bit of a Croatia in between. So it is a free country now. But there's still problems that needs to be dealt with. Like him. Like if I was to have a title for myself, since I can hold one more, guess it'll be you. Just to prevent you from leaving. But that would be considered tyrannical, and we'll definitely accept. But the control level will go down and all that. But it would add more to the economy and the levies. Even provided. And to prevent it from leaving a new independent Bosnia. It's rather controversial. We know that. But should we continue the tradition of the elective monarchy? We don't have it here for the Kingdom of Bosnia. But as we had a habit of that. And we could change it to partition. Which it'll be distributed evenly. But you know, when you have an elective monarchy, you know, it adds all the... But we would lose the Bosnia of Bosnia. Because we haven't really decided yet. But there could be a, you know, the Bosnia of Zahumia to the south, which somebody's going to govern the south. Someone's going to have to do that as well. But I would just say for habitual reasons, we will have an elective monarchy here in Bosnia to continue the democratic tradition. But it could get messy. You know, with the Dutch title and all. Whoever is what. So you may want to pay attention to these two. Oh, by the way, how many electors for Bosnia? Same. And that includes for those down south. But I'm about to kick someone out, and it's going to cause a bit of tyranny. So I may have to deal with that. Just hang on. Okay, you're out of here. Control is reduced, and it's mainly a militarized area. It's a mountainous county. Now we're going to need you to put a work on that. How old are you? 23. Perhaps you should have a brighter choice when you become king, because I'm not going to be around for long. Oh, and by the way... And I like how the cloak comes along with it, even though it doesn't really fit the armor. And since I wear this golden wreath, well, here's a golden laurel wreath. It's not going to be the crown of Bosnia, but this is just for the victory, for the freedom of the Bosnian people. But now the real question is, what is the future for Bosnia and where to expand and whatnot? The only war we can declare on is against Byzantine Empire, but that's not recommended. At least give it a try. You know she's your physician, right? Okay, she fled. There's someone better. Slav is no longer a bishop, he's the archbishop of this faith. So yeah, our Jed is a good man, and he's my physician. And look at the amount of money we make now. And our renown gain increased because, we have a kingdom now for the Tezalović dynasty. If there's ever going to be a beast, drunkard, wounded, so let's just wait a few before we get on out of here. Now we're thinking, should we decide whether or not if we should join Byzantine Empire, where we can expand into those areas from within, and that includes taking on Croatia, Russia, Bulgaria, all the way to Moldavia. We can do that with ease. Or just remain a free country and just defend the Krstjani faith to the last. As well as people coming in for claimants. Order Knights. Again, just having a look. All going for Nikola. Because he is the rightful heir to Bosnia and Zahumia. Bosnia, just Bosnia in general. Both the Banate and the kingdom. And Jelena the first of Croatia. So you could swear fealty with ease. Or not. Oh, he just died. Right. There's a new ruler. New Basileus. The old one just died of, from his wounds. Still has that option, see? As we said before. Kingdom of Bosnia. part of Byzantine Empire. What about the United Slavs? Actually, the primary town has to be any of these. Okay, no, wouldn't worry about it too much. But we accomplished our goal. For this whole series, the major goal is complete, and that is to form the Kingdom of Bosnia. It took nearly 200 years, and we did it. Now, it would take longer. Nikola, fine with that. So, tell you what, get one more perk, and if for the character's rest of their life, just spend it on diplomacy. And soon we have a king in waiting in Nikola. Not as intelligent, but he'd be willing to defend Bosnia against any possible threat. Also, as far as succession is concerned, yes, with these electives, Batazon's succession, Donia Krajina, Pannonia. Zaumia will actually stay with it. But instead we get all of these. Partition. Change that. Okay, so Rama, Usara, Doris, Bosnia. So from Raud's partition for Ivanish, he gets Donia Krajina and Pannonia. It's not going to be until high medieval when we get high partition for heraldry. Which, by the way, that's over there. And how come they get... oh no, they don't have partition anymore because different culture now. Because I recall these guys have... Well, they didn't have this. Well, how come they get seniority? Strange. But nonetheless, we got what we wanted. Bosnia. Dobra zemlja. Yeah, by the way, does he provide taxes to me? I mean, it says so, yes. No, you cannot modify contract. Holy order, you know. And it's going to be the only one. And it will remain so for now. Somebody wants to kill my husband. Okay, let's finish this episode by picking up one more martial perk. Lose weight here. My body weakens for every day that passes, and my girth weighs heavy on me both bodily and mentally. Running, warm baths, even a mildly cathartic substance, I will find a way to lose some weight. Bring the scum on me. It's going to take a while to try to get rid of obesity before this kills me. If I'm still around for 1070 to go on one more pilgrimage, I know where I'm going to go to exactly. So that's where we will stop. This is just for romance, which doesn't necessarily need it, but a little bit more control growth will do. Because, you know, we're trying to get some other areas back under control. I'll now switch over to diplomacy for foreign affairs focus. Just get this and head this way. And that's where we'll leave with that, ladies and gentlemen. Bosnia is an independent country, and we are not afraid to defend Bosnia against anyone that threatens our sovereignty of a free kingdom. And we could possibly expand to areas of Croatia, Bulgaria, Russia, and when the opportunity presents itself, against Byzantine Empire as well. Family connections. They're still superior, but we hope there's going to be a civil war in the future. And he's intimidated of me, interestingly enough. Because the dread is starting to go up now. You know, just to make damn sure that we run this country nice and neat. But anyways, so until then, for the next episode of Bosnia, Dragi Vojnici, Pozdrav Domovina. Dear soldiers, salute to the homeland. Look at the world now. Bosnia is in the world map. Nobody would have dreamt that. Not the Bosnian of Bosnia, but the Kingdom of Bosnia. We hope we see you next time for what Bosnia's future may bring. But until then, so long for now.